So, next up, we have my good friend, the co-host of today's event, Domain Days Dubai 2023, is Dr. Marwan Alzarouni from the Dubai Blockchain Center. So please welcome him on stage. Dr. Marwan. Let's chart the future.
Hello, everyone. Actually, you cannot see the underlying headline. So my title is Charting the Future, Dubai's role in the digital asset kind of space, not only from my role as CEO of Dubai Blockchain Center, but also from my history within the digital space. I'll cover various roles and responsibilities that I have, and as well as how that ties into the domain name space. I actually started with the internet in 1993. I was studying in the US at the time, and they were giving out domain names for free. All you had to do, ironically, is send a fax to Network Solutions. How many people lived through that time? Wow, oh geez. So yeah, and then they started charging $60, I think, and I don't remember how and when it actually got reduced to less than that. But we still have some domain names and that are $100 plus. I have a couple of domain names that are even more than $100 per year. So $60 was not so bad in retrospect. So we live in a country that has no limitations. So we have a ministry of possibilities in the UAE. So the difference between us and the UAE and how other countries think about problems is we look at problems as opportunities. We do not look at problems as limitations. People always say think outside the box. In the UAE, we do not have a box. Everything is possible. The translation of the Ministry of Possibilities to the Arabic language is Wazarat Allah Mustahil, which means the Ministry of No Impossibilities. So it's actually the reverse kind of idea here, that there is no limits, there are no boxes, there are no limits to your imagination, what you can achieve here. When it comes to virtual assets, a lot of other regions in the world did not take a step towards digitization. In the UAE, in Dubai, more specifically, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai and the vice president of the UAE, back in 2000, put forth an initiative to digitize the government, launched something called the Dubai e-government. E-government was the first step. Basically, he gave everyone in February the chance to convert, at least have one service on the internet, have a domain name, have a service launched, and people being able to pay for that service online. And gave the CEOs, not the IT guys, the ultimatum. Either you have a service on the internet by October that year, or hand in your resignation. That set forth a no kind of bargain. And then one of the audience members asked, how much budget are we going to get to achieve this? To go online and provide a service online and be able to even give people an ability to do online payments. And he said, zero over what you already have. Zero budget increase to go fully digital, provide a service online, do a website, provide that service to your customers, and no choice. So that kind of commitment to actually drive innovation with no fallbacks, with no excuses, no budget increase, is that kind of mindset that we live with in Dubai. And with the advent of technologies such as cryptocurrencies, with blockchain technology coming in, we were also very early. The first ever event around Bitcoin conference was in 2014. In a lot of other regions of the world, nobody even heard about Bitcoin, let alone do a conference. In 2016, we launched something called the Dubai Blockchain Strategy. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, the Crown Prince of Dubai, actually launched that and gave the deadline not in 5 years, but 4 years. By 2000, we have to be, every single applicable use case in the government has to be realized by that year. And we have achieved that. We did more than 40 projects on blockchain where blockchain was applicable. And this is the key word. Where blockchain was not applicable, we did not use the technology just for the sake of using the technology, but rather the value take from that technology. And there were 3 value takes at the time, and they still persist right now. Smart contracts, exchange of value with it without trusted third party. So you can go do a government transaction without involving the government. So you can do peer-to-peer exchange, for example, of land, of deed, of value, even the back-end settlement, and a lot of the government transactions is done on the blockchain. And the third one is, of course, understanding that the value of this technology is with the use of it and the applicable use cases. Every single sector has some kind of a use case. Blockchain does not translate to every single sector, and some sectors is much more valuable. For example, in financial services, much more valuable. For example, in healthcare, where only one aspect of blockchain, which is record keeping and notarization, would be the most valuable aspect of it. But in financial services, all 3 values, which are medium of exchange, record keeping and notarization, and automation through smart contracts apply. So it's much more valuable to use this kind of technology in financial sector than, for example, the health sector. And these are some statistics about what some of the initiatives that Dubai did and how they rank up against the other regions of the world. We also created the world's first virtual asset regulatory authority called VARA. And VARA is made from scratch. So it was one of, if not the most innovative regulatory authority, because every other authority in the world, every other region in the world, they started and wanted to regulate this space, which is the cryptocurrency and virtual asset space, using what they know, by drawing analogies. If you remember the early days of the internet, everybody was comparing email to snail mail. Everybody was comparing domain names to virtual real estate. How many people remember that? So when you try to explain the concept of a domain name in 1993, 1994, even 1997, people will not understand. What do you mean you're a domain name? You're into a domain name. Why are you buying domain names? And people did not understand why this is important. It's the same thing right now happening with cryptocurrencies. People do not understand and really are drawn to peg this kind of ecosystem and this alternative economy to what they perceive the world to be at. So they did not understand where the revolution lies, where the technology lies. And I warn you again as well to be drawn into that when it comes to even the new kind of domain names, the Web3 domain names. If you owe it to yourself to explore this space. You owe it to yourself to explore the new kind of domain names that are not within the traditional domain names. At least try to buy some of those domain names. At least try to transfer to another person. Try to understand the value and the mechanics and the intricacies of how to own a domain name in this kind of space, because there is no registrar. You are literally on your own. If you lose a domain name, you lose it. There's no take backs. There's no cases that you can raise. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's scary, but at the same time, very enabling and empowering. One of the things I'm working on right now as a strategic advisor within Dubai Economy and Tourism is D33, which is the Dubai's Economic Agenda 2033, which is our strategy and playbook literally for the next 10 years. So we have 100 different transformational projects in different areas. We have 400 different cities that we will add to our trade map. Sustainable manufacturing is one of our focus areas. The more important thing is digital is at the core of everything that we do. We have a project called Sandbox Dubai that's enabling digitization of everything from all the way from things like domain names and web hosting and cloud services to cybersecurity to attracting all types of talent to the UAE and to all types of businesses that will be driving digital innovation and the marketplace for talent within the digital space into Dubai. We want to create jobs not only for internationals and thought leaders that move to Dubai, but also for Dubai residents and Dubai citizens to actually be involved within digitization. One of the things that we're doing that's very similar to domain names is unified licensing. Just like you have a domain name, you have actually a unified license for your business that's recognizable in any jurisdiction. It's like your tax reference number in some other regions. So your business name, whether it's in a free zone or mainland or no matter what kind of free zone, you will have a unique identifier. And the idea is we will handhold startups, to 400 of them over the next 10 years to hyperscale, and 30 out of those startups within digital and emerging technology space, and any kind of other technology that might actually surface, including sustainable manufacturing, including precision medicine, including biology, including nanotechnology. And 30 of those we are raising to become unicorns out of Dubai as well. One of the things we do actually to enable that on the federal government level is something called a program called Jahaz. Jahaz in Arabic means ready. So what we're trying to do is by practical means and by testing government employees at 3 different levels to enable them to really be ready for the next emerging tech. One of them, for example, is understanding what is the value of blockchain, what is the value of things like metaverse, what is the hype, what is the value, and what does it look like as a technology for the next 10 years. To give them that first principles-based knowledge and test them that they actually understood it. It's extremely important. And it's at 3 levels. So one for every employee in the federal level. The second is for C-level, the C-level executives to understand the core and the first principles of every technology that is right now being used as a trend or a hot topic. And the third one is for the technical staff to actually have a deep dive within that technology. And this is one of the sessions we did on the value take of blockchain. And we always partner with thought leaders within this space. And this is Alex Tapscott, which literally wrote the book called Blockchain Revolution. And he has a new book called Web3. So he was explaining to these government entities, what is Web3? Where is the hype and where is the real value? What is the metaverse? Where is the hype and where is the real value within that? So you can actually strategically understand how you should position yourself to take to make the most out of this kind of technology. I'm also the technical advisor for the metaverse strategy for Dubai. And Dubai, when Smart Dubai started, so I spoke about the 2000s where we had Dubai e-government. That actually, with the advent of smartphones in 2007, changed into Smart Dubai. And Smart Dubai was covering this area here, which is government services. And with the help of TDRA, we started something called UAE Pass, which is our digital identity. So imagine any government services having a single sign-on. Not only that, being able to digitally sign any kind of document and verify any other government or self-signed document by individuals, by anybody in the UAE. So it is an amazing kind of achievement, and it's already live, and it's already on the federal as well as every state level within the 7 Emirates in the UAE, and it's internationally recognized. So any Adobe document that is signed by UAE Pass, which is our digital identity in the UAE, is actually recognizable worldwide. So we went from this area here, which is just government services, to Digital Dubai last year in 2022. And that includes our support and integration of private apps, including banking apps, including car buying user journeys, including grocery shopping, and that got sparked actually by the COVID-19 issue, where a lot of people were not able to actually physically go out and shop. So our mandate as Digital Dubai changed from just focusing on government services to focusing on improving life in the UAE in general, whether it is from the private sector or the public sector or the government sector, and also improving your life in the UAE. Where can digital projects and initiatives really improve your life and your perception and happiness within the city, within the physical city? And metaverse and augmented reality and other things that can enhance your experience within Dubai were given an initiative to really prioritize them and also bring in the big players within the space. Like one of the examples was Binance, to bring them here. Sandbox, we partnered with them as Dubai Economy and Tourism as well to create the Dubaiverse to really start exploring this space. Why are we looking at this stuff? It is the numbers actually that is driving it. You can see the most important statistic is actually at the bottom, but you can see almost every kid in the US right now is on social media. Almost every person that is digitally native, that's born in the last 5 years, uses digital means to connect with his friends, to entertain himself. There is literally a huge adoption curve that is coming our way, and it will create the jobs of the future. This will be the jobs that are right now on the horizon, but there will be a new list of jobs in the next 5 years. Right now, you can make a living being a streamer or an esports pro player or a modder for games and other things, events coordinator, e-events coordinator as well, indie game developer, shoutcaster, channel editor for online content. You can be an AI engineer, a prompt engineer. And the horizon for that, for the virtual digital economy, is only expanding. These are some of the players within the space, within different verticals. But what is being created is even far greater than what you see here. And if you own domain names that are, witty and can be like this one, for example, Rococo, Photon, all these are, for us as domainers, are potential, a domain name kind of aspiration kind of names as well. So this could be a huge opportunity for you guys as well as domainers to really sense where the branding and domain and name kind of space will be heading as well within this digital economy. What is enabling that and the Dubai Digital as well is initiatives to really empower the city through different kind of solid, KPIs to improve the lives of people, but also have cybersecurity in place. You don't want a society which the members of this society being targeted. You want them, for example, one of our initiatives is a browser plugin called Razam, which is live already, that is blocks phishing proactively, so you are not targeted even if you click a link on your mobile or your browser through a phishing website. So it's a much more proactive, resilient city. All businesses in Dubai and all the government departments in Dubai have high level of security. That's why you don't see a lot of ransomware stories coming out of the city. Also, cloud and web hosting and web services is at the core of what we do. And partnerships is a key factor for us here in the UAE. You don't see this kind of picture in a lot of other regions in the world. We have a really good model in the UAE of doing private-public partnerships. I mentioned that with the digital identity piece, where it is Abu Dhabi government, digital government, with Dubai digital government, with the federal digital authority being TDRA, partnered to create a digital identity project and a unified sign-in project across the whole federal and local government, and creating a kind of cloud, unified kind of cloud offering as well that's backed up by the government is extremely important. Startup ecosystem is also important. I'm just going to play a video to give you some numbers and perspectives on that as well.
Dubai has become a trailblazer on their ability to really attract tech talent, attract startups, attract companies, investors. The talent marketplace is thriving. There is demand for tech talent pretty much in any sector: public, semi-government, financial services, logistics, you name it. This has created this very strong demand. The DX Innovation Hub, the Silicon Oasis, there are multiple accelerators, tech hubs, which are all supported by the government. They provide a great platform for startups to be able to grow, but also to come together, collaborate, and work with them. I've seen a lot of startups being acquired by global companies. Really what's been working very well for these companies is the access that they get to talent. There's a great platform for communities. The overall environment that Dubai offers when it comes to safety, security, lifestyle. First and foremost is the 10-year visa. Everyone that has a tech background is able to get a long-term residence. Here is the zero tax environment. Dubai pays about 30% higher than most of the mature tech hubs around Europe and Asia. Talent is key to everything that the city wants to accomplish. What I see in the next 5 to 10 years is really this new ways of working where people are able to very rapidly upskill, reskill to be able actually to get to that next opportunity. From a talent perspective, if we have a marketplace that enables that and we have talent which is thirsty, hungry, willing to grow, it's a healthy conjunction.
That's it for me. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the conference.